QGA today. That's the tournament. La 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 la. I've had a terrible week. I don't even want to talk about it. Forward looking. Forward looking. Okay. Is this the one? Oh, yeah. White to move. I like this. I like this. I prefer slightly this, I think. Now I could try to hang on to the pawn, but I mean the queen's gambit accepted is probably not the best way for black to play. It's an opening worthy of study for sure, but I mean, look, they got a pretty nice setup here that I've let them have, you know, and I can hang on to the pawn, but I think I have to, if they play sharply, if they play well, I think there's a lot of concessions that I have to take. Oopsie daisies. I hate this. I really hate it. I don't play QGA. It's a crap opening for bad players, if we're being honest. Let's be honest. I mean, maybe I'm being a little rough. You know, 33%, 20%. You can do better than that. But, and you know, if they play E4, 16% differential here. You can't see the right screen. I just realized I'm broadcasting the wrong screen. Okay, that's fun. Okay, hold on. It's gonna be zoomed in because it's a higher resolution. That was fun. Okay, now it's the right screen. So, okay. I'll call this a differential, yeah? 33% minus 20%. I'll say the differential is 13%. And I think roughly speaking, white on average, the differential is about 10%, maybe. Something like that. So, maybe not the best opening. And if they play E4, look at that differential. Now, you gotta dig deeper sometimes, because maybe black has a good response here. I don't know. I hate it for black. I just really don't like it. So, but I usually play, knight f3. I don't think it matters, because you probably transpose. Oh, not knight f3. I usually play knight c3. Well, I'm playing bad. I'm doing a bad thing with the white pieces. Okay, that's good to know. Well, let's get a few more games and we can continue to analyze. I mean, again, this is an opening that I sort of put off analyzing. I don't think you see it at the top level, right? So, but if I want to be better at chess, I need to analyze it. For sure, I need to learn it. Same thing we just had. So I gotta learn a better way to respond with black. Again, I never play this with black, so to say I'm out of my comfort zone is an understatement. I mean, actually, that bishop was kind of a dumb bishop. I'm just making moves. Like, I don't have a plan. This bishop is stupid. Just making moves, you know? No plan. Well, I can improve my pieces a little bit. I can, you know, develop. You know how it goes. Improve the piece. And, get my rooks out maybe somehow, you know? That's just standard stuff you do. Do this dubious move. I mean, these two pawns in the center need to be targeted, right? We don't want to just allow them to, like, steamroll through us. Should I target it like this? De-dum. If they go here, I think that's good for me, probably. Gain. Let's change it up. Let's do... I like, I want to do this shenanigans sometimes. I like it. Rook, knight, pawns, king, queen, bishop, yeah? Pew! It's graphically representing how they move, basically. Except I don't know about the knight. Well, it's a horsey. The knight is a big, beautiful horsey. However, there is a tendency to make more errors in this kind of... When you make things look in a way that you're not used to, there's definitely a tendency to make more errors. Now I'm +1. I'll try to poke at the defender. Poking the defender. If they take here, it's just take... but it's protected. That's a blunder. So I wouldn't have made that blunder. Probably I wouldn't have made it if I had the normal pieces there. Just getting this rook out. He needs to come out. It's been closeted for far too long. Alright, we gotta switch back. I can't think properly. Is there some kind of tactic here? Takes, blah, blah, blah. I don't think there is. Maybe I should think about attacking this. I'm giving up the pawn. Bummer sauce, man. That's a freaking bummer is what it is. Knights are killing me, bro. Larry, you're killing me. Your mattress is free. I just, bleh. Having a bad day, okay? I'm not gonna play down 2 pawns against 2 knights. Alright, so we're gonna run into knight c3 often, and we gotta think, well, what do you do? Apparently, you do a6. Alright, we're looking to hold on to the pawn. So, probably run into a4, yes. I've seen this. And now... yeah, problems for white here. Messed up pawn structure. So that's the idea. So we threaten to play... we start by threatening to play... excuse me, this line. Threatening to play b5 and hold on to a solid pawn structure up a pawn with the black pieces. White probably responds like this. Now we bring out our knights because... well, for one thing, we're threatening here, so they need to protect it. Bring out the other knight, and we have this nasty pin. This pin is not fun to deal with the white pieces. So that's the idea, the plan there against knight c6. If I'm not mistaken, that's my analysis. So we probably want to play... I said knight c6, knight c3. We want to play probably e4. Now, see, I started playing e4, and I sometimes didn't like it, so that's why I had switched to knight c3. But suppose that they play this, and here, and here. I was trying to avoid that stuff and do knight c3 first. I think that was my idea. Now we can just take the pawn. Let's just take the pawn. Let's not make it into some kind of rocket science. It's all good, man. It's all good, man. It's all good, man. Shall we? No, let's do this. Then maybe I shall threaten this night. I hear you don't want to pretend to talk like a stutter because it actually might give you a stutter. Maybe I should be careful. Yeah. That's what they say in the neighborhood, you know. Let's zoom this in if we can a little bit. Stupid Streamlabs, the thing is so stupid. I'm always ranting about it. But actually it's been nice to me today. It's usually really hard to just do what I did. And it's not fun. It's not cool. It's not fun. It doesn't make me happy. Oh, it's my turn. They took. And yeah, take with the bishop. How long was it my turn for? Dun 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 dun. They take the pawn, though. You know, it's not fun when they take the pawn. Perhaps we can throw this in and then this, now that we have tempo on the queen, with d6, tempo on the queen. That's a nice one. Very solid pawn center. Possibly here and just harass the queen a bit. I'd like to get my bishop, maybe organize some kind of king attack at some point. Now, this allows me to do this. Threatening checkmate. Will they notice? Might be easy for them to get distracted, thinking that this is somehow... Yes, they're distracted. And checkmate. Good. Good. So this time we played e4. And e5 is the most popular response with the black pieces. Now we have this e6 move. Unpopular move. Bishop takes c4. What? Excuse me. And the bishop taking c4 is liked by the computadora, and we have a game of chess after that, you know, it's a game of chess. Scheiße. Threatening good old checkmate. Good old-fashioned checkmate. Nice square for the knight, but I get doubled pawns. They're double isolated pawns. Not good. It's not good, but you know. Ideas takes here. I don't know if it's a good idea, but it's an idea. Threatening to take a check, but you know it's not gonna. Still behind a material. But let's see. I mean, I'd probably pick up this pawn. Yeah. The rook for 2 bishops. Probably not the way to go. Probably not good for me. Gonna double up those rooks. So I should be winning this pawn. I mean, I think I had compensation for the material because, you know, my development is superior here. And whatever their plan was became flustered. They had to change their plan. For sure, they had to change their plan. And so, here's this interesting check to give. However, they respond like this. But then I can take here. But then they do this nasty discovered move on me. And I probably lose my queen. Should be winning the pawn. I would like the pawn, please. I want it. I want that pawn, please. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks. I'll be wanting the pawn, please. Thank you. This game is not going well. Yeah, because of this, and it's just not. It's not good. It sucks. It really sucks. This is not good. This is the opposite of good, which I think is bad. +2 for them. And what have I got? I have a knight in the middle of the board. They have the bishop pair, so it's my knight's getting kicked around like a little plush toy. It would be annoying for them to get doubled pawns. This is a fake threat, and if they take here, then my rook positioning will be annoying for them. Pinning the bishop, but I think they're going to be smart to move their bishop out. And now we just do make dumb moves and pass the time. Yeah, I'm having a terrible day, man. This sucks. This sucks. QGA. Actually, when I saw that, I was like, oh, nice. We get to... Because a lot of the tournaments, they repeat. Screw this game, man. Frick. Then YouTube makes me not want to cuss, right? Frick. Where did it go wrong here? Everything was going fine until I made this move. How am I supposed to know this is a bad move, man? It looks okay, you know. How am I supposed to know? Maybe with a lot of experience. I was thinking at some point. Well, right now I'm becoming familiar with all the openings because I've played a certain system of openings for like 7 years, and I became pretty comfortable with them. And I realized, hold on, what's the move here? I don't remember what I'm supposed to do. I think it's E4. E5, excuse me. Yeah, I mean, this is... I don't mind this with black. Always give check. Ben Feingold rule. Do I mess up their pawns even more? Actually, I mean, these pawns, you know, they can... That's actually castle. Might be able to add more pressure. Like, it puts a piece here, go here. Developing and adding pressure is nice. Do I take it? I guess so, because going back does not look like a good idea. If I do this, it's a complicated situation. Let's take this off first, and then this. Because, you know, they can move away, but then I get to take with check. There's nothing magical that I can really do with check, but, okay, they're protecting. Let's continue our development. Actually, maybe losing a pawn, possibly. Well, I can always do something like this, so... Okay. Alright, we'll do this. I have a strong pawn majority here, so... should probably make use of it. Ah, this is bad. This is bad. I played bad. Let's see if we can get something going. I want to bring this rook out. So don't mind sacrificing a pawn or two if I can get the rook out. Yeah, this is another losing game. It's not good. Hello there, Zakaya Zaino. How are you doing? In some cases, I would have resigned already. However... possibly it's naivete or inability to see the future. But I still have hope in my heart. Unfortunately, this kind of distraction does... Oh yeah, it does work. Okay. I miscalculated before. However, they're just winning over here, so now I lost hope. I could have maybe done that a little earlier here, but yeah, sort of miscalculated. So, Queen's Gambit accepted, and also there was one thing though in the analysis that I want to check. Which was, what's the best move? Yeah, it was e5, supposedly. I mean, there's other moves, though. Either of the knights can come out as well. Okay. These are both good moves. Perhaps better than e5. My rating is 17... Oh, yeah, it's blocked. Sorry. 1755 it says. Actually, you can see on the left. Okay. And here... I don't remember, but I should... Yeah, I think it just takes... Actually. Do you play normally on chess.com? Actually, I wasn't sure what I'd do if here. I can kind of get a lot of pressure on these pawns. You gotta play sort of accurately. Anyway, let's just get castled. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with these positions. I don't normally play these positions very much, but I'm trying to learn all the openings. So this is a double attack, but they've managed to protect both at the same time. Nice move. Got a potentially nice square for their knight. Probably have to move my bishop back so it's protected, then later kick the knight. So I just want to stop this annoying bishop move, though now it gives them kind of a target if they want to sacrifice. Though it'd probably be okay if they sacrificed. I don't think my computer likes that move. And I was looking to get my knights over there. Possibly here. But I think maybe long term I need to think about this kind of maneuver. Why are you removing your chat? You don't need to remove it. Okay, H6. Okay, probably a good move by them. Okay, I'll wait. I guess tempo on the bishop if they want to keep the bishop pair. Should I take it? I like having two knights in a blitz game. Also, there's a fork. Should probably fork. When this tournament is over in 17 minutes, you can challenge me. No, I can take this for free with check. Let's, is it for free? Yes. Knight escapes here. With tempo on the queen. Oh, you don't have an account. Well, I have a chess.com account. You can challenge me with that. Hold on. Also, it's easy to make a Lee Chess account if you want to. But here's my chess.com. You can challenge me here. Let me know if and when you challenge me there so I can check it, okay? Okay. When this is... Okay, just challenge me now, and when this is over, I'll accept it, okay? Oh. I don't think that matters too much. After takes, they can win the pawn. Huh. So I'll take here first, and then I'll take here. They're losing anyway. Okay. Alright, so let me bring up chess.com. Were you able to challenge me here? Wait, I'll wait for your challenge here. How to challenge? Good question. So I think you search. For example, if I wanted to challenge this person, go here, I think. And it comes up, and you go to their page, and then challenge. And you have some options, and then I think you hit play. I think that's how it works. So if you type in me, Stephen Baggins, you should be able to challenge me. Or tell me, you tell me your chess.com username, and I'll challenge you. That works also. Possibly here, maybe. Can you tell me your username on chess.com? I was just here. Okay, hold on. Let's get rid of this. Okay. And home. (2015). Your octopus. Nice. Okay, so I will challenge you. I don't know what time control you prefer. 3-2, I guess. I mainly played on chess.com like 10 years ago, so this is probably my rating from like 10 years ago. Play some Alekhine. And we might be transposing into the Pirt's defense. I could take here and then fork. It's a way to play, but in this position I don't think it really helps me too much. I'll just get castled here. Now you don't want to do this trade. It's sort of a common beginner mistake, but yeah, it doesn't work that well. I mean, it's not the end of the game or anything, but yeah. Because you're giving up 2 pieces for 1 piece, even though the material, you know, it's 6 points and 6 points, but it's just not, it's not recommended. So go here. Hello, guys. A Duolingo lover, I can see. Did you come to my channel from some of my Duolingo content, I'm guessing? When I was studying Hindi, perhaps? Alright, so let's sort of solidify this, though. Gotta think. Maybe here. Now they can kick this bishop away, but that will weaken their king side, which is what I want. And then at some point we might have ideas of a sacrifice. Oh, okay, it's just a coincidence with the Duolingo thing, huh? Okay. Well, I do language learning content. And I stream Duolingo sometimes. Yeah, you can play me. Just challenge me here. You can see my username, Stephen Baggins. Okay. Now, my king is a bit oddly placed, let's be honest about that. Should I just move him back? Let's just do that. Now, I can have pretty good control of this diagonal, because this is a weak diagonal on my king side. That happens a lot if you play sort of King's Indian kind of positions. At least the way I play them. Let's see, so... just get kind of a strong pawn center. Maybe get my queen out of the way so my rook can come into a good square. You like it? Nice. Oh, you like a profile picture. So, with that, you know, I'm playing a hyper-modern opening, so I've given them the center. But that's okay. I'm going to strike at the center at some point, but I'm going to take the time. I'm going to choose my timing. That's sort of the nice thing about hyper-modern. You just try to play solid positioning and then choose the time to strike. Can this video too? You mean, will I take the recording of the live stream and put it as a video on YouTube? Is that what you're asking? Okay, so let me just stop the advancement of this pawn for a second. I want to bring out my rook. So maybe here or here. And if I were them, I would play aggressively. But I would also be trying... I would probably place my rooks on these two squares and then play aggressively. But that's my style. Sometimes the computer frowns upon my super aggressive style. So I got to think of which of these two squares I want my rook on. Let's go for this square, I guess. So I've got to resolve whatever's happening here on this file. I think I need to resolve that before I think of attacking the king. One idea is get my bishop here, and again, they'll probably kick it, but this is just weakening their kingside structure, which I like. However, I gotta worry about this move. In that case, I could just come back and take it. So let's see what happens here. Do they just push the pawn and I just take it and I win the pawn? No, okay, so they are playing aggressive. Probably maybe good, but they are weakening their king side. Now, I don't want to do this just yet. My bishop looks like it will get trapped. But I'm glad that their king side is weakening, and I've stopped. I mean, their pawn cannot move forward, and possibly we have this nice square for the knight. Again, they'll probably just kick it. I'll just move back. They might kick it again, but my business is to weaken their king side. Now, if I move here, this knight is looking like it's going to get trapped, possibly. So I gotta be careful. However, for the moment, I have this square. However, they could be clever and sort of cut that off here, but I'm guessing that they might not do that unless they're just listening to the stream. Thanks for the sub. Yes, you can add me here as a friend. I don't know how that works. So let's think a bit. I only have a minute on the clock though. No, this is a possibility. Again, my rook or my knight looks like he's getting trapped at some point. However, oh, you know what? Oh, thanks for the sub. I kind of like this sacrifice. Maybe let's sacrifice, because the king side will be totally. The king is just very unprotected here. Now they can push me around a bit with the rooks. It's a bit unpleasant, I suppose. We can take this. Perhaps I should have gone off straight for the king, but let's see here. So I'm threatening to come here with the queen. Let's do that. Yeah, let's do that. Idea is I'd like the bishop here. Then I'm threatening checkmate, actually. Okay, they should have moved their rooks somewhere. Maybe here or here. Because this is unrelated to what's going on over here on the king side. Okay, let's... Now, the king is probably escaping here, so... I guess that's good play by them. But, I mean, the king has to get all the way over there to get protected. And I'm taking this pawn. Threatening the rook, but probably... let's just come all the way back. Not a lot of time to think. But their king is woefully unprotected. That's what I've got going for myself. These bishops are monsters. I can take that with check because of nothing stopping me from doing that. And it's looking dark for my opponent, I think. Yeah, this is checkmate. Okay, GG. So anyone can challenge me. But if you don't challenge me, I'm going to rematch. So in the Alekhine, normally the pawn comes here, and then da-da-da-da-da, actually here. Okay, let's play a game. So I've been doing weird openings lately. I like this Hungarian. It's called the Hungarian opening. And black normally responds with one of these two pawn moves. And if they do this, I really need to stop. I need to stop them from getting both center pawns, so I can either do this or this. It's really sort of almost forced. Not exactly forced, but if you want to play this opening well, this is how you need to do it, I think. Okay, now they are again threatening to push e5, so I really should probably put this pawn here. I don't want them to get both of these pawns here with the black pieces. That's that's one of the things you have to watch out for with this Hungarian defense. And this is a complicated opening that I'm playing because it's often transposing into various queen's pawn openings. Sometimes it transposes into the Catalan, sometimes it transposes into an English. So in a way it's one of the most complicated openings you can play because you can transpose into all these other things. And the English even itself is very complicated because it transposes into all kinds of things. So thanks for the subs. I like the move d6. I play d5. Yetchin game? I'm not familiar with that. I gotta go. Okay, let's play again soon. Thanks for all the subs, everyone. Okay, so I think I'm going to be playing for the idea is to get e4 in at some point, but I want to prepare it. Maybe queen here, maybe knight here. I don't know what I'm doing with my bishop. Possibly it was better to play more aggressively with c4, something kind of similar to a Catalan kind of setup. However, anyway, that's what I did. I'm really not sure what to do with this bishop. Guess I'll pen after they kick me, if they kick me. Bishop d7 is played. Yeah. Actually, because it's a problem bishop, I would just trade it off, probably. Which, I don't know if grandmasters would be happy, but e4, knight f6. e4, knight f6. Okay, interesting. You can still kick the bishop. That's fine. I'll just take. Because this bishop has nowhere good to hang out, really. Now, you don't want to do that, because if I take, you're planning on taking with the queen. Well, I guess the idea is you're getting your rook out. Honestly, though, I think your knight here is misplaced. It doesn't... probably the best way to play is ideas of c5, I think. So I'm going to continue with my plan. Yeah, connecting rooks. It's not bad. It's a good square for my bishop. I'm probably going to play this just to stop the knight from coming here and harassing my bishop. I would like to keep this bishop here. It's a very strong bishop. And normally, if you have a fianchettoed kind of position, the vast majority of the time you want your bishop over here. There are rare instances where best lines of play do have the bishop outside of the fianchettoed style pawns. But yeah, you should probably, you wanted to kick the bishop here. Then I would just take, and I'd lose the bishop pair. Okay. So, do I have this move, e4? I might want to prepare with putting my rooks somewhere. It's probably a little better. Yep. Just putting my rook on a good square. So I've sort of broadcasted that this is the plan. Something like this, right? I'm neglecting the queen side. Okay, e5 is played. Just simply play e4. A lot of complicated tactics could happen here. This is probably losing a piece for you because I'm opening up the queen. Opening up on the queen here while threatening your knight. And if you take here... Never mind. Okay, so yeah, we'll just take the knight here. And now it's to my advantage to trade off pieces since I'm up in material. Could get this pawn. Let's just try to trade as much as possible, even though this is a important bishop in my position, but that's okay. I can trade it. So in this position, with all the center pawns here, that was a very complicated position. I would have been very careful here. This is what we call a critical, what's it called? Critical point in the game. So just try not to blunder. Queen b5. Okay. So another little tidbit. You can see that all my pieces are protected except for, well, I guess actually not everything. This is not protected, but it's hard to attack it, right? Because it is covering the diagonals, and then the horizontal and vertical, like the rook directions, are blocked mainly by your pieces. So it's only weak from this angle, so it's a bit hard to attack. Knights can attack it, but you know, you have to move your king out of the way. Can't come here. And then the queen is not defended, but you know, that's not a big deal. Because if the queen is attacked, it usually has to move out of the way anyway. Or if it's attacked by the queen, you trade it off. So the idea is that like everything is protected, right? And now, with your positioning, these pieces are hanging, so they're targets. And actually all your pieces are unprotected. So, potentially there's all kinds of ideas for attacking. However, I'm happy to just trade pieces. So, I'm simply going to threaten the knight, and maybe have this square for my queen, and threaten the rook. And so on. So one way that beginners can really improve their chess is by just paying attention to what pieces are hanging, meaning what pieces are not protected. And, you know, it's not a rule, but if you can, it's better to have your pieces protected in general. And and also look for your opponent's pieces that are hanging, because they are potential targets, right? Potentially you can maybe double attack, fork, etc. Let's see if this queen goes somewhere. Like if they go here, for example, there might be a pin might help me. Various ideas. Okay, now they're pinning this knight, so if I do something like this, they'll just take the rook, and I would lose it. So I gotta be a little careful. And possibly just, again, threatening to exchange pieces. Now also there's a possible discovery on this bishop. My bishop is hanging, right? So I have to be careful. Also, this bishop doesn't really have a good place to go. Of course, it did just win a piece for free, but this is a bad square. This is a bad square because it will get trapped. Can't move here, can't move here. This, it gets taken by the pawn. Here, it gets taken. So this bishop is in trouble. Threatening discovery on it as well. But I don't think there's much I can do to protect it. Mm. Yeah, I've almost started giving up on the bishop. For example, here would win at least a pawn, probably. But it's not going to be enough for them to win the game, though. Now here's not good because I get to get rid of this. My bishop was a problem piece for me, and now I get to get rid of it. Now I don't have this protecting it, so it will just be a fair trade if you take here. Then I'm going to be thinking about, assuming that you take here, I'm going to be thinking about giving some kind of weird check. Okay, you should have taken, because it's a piece. And your queen was pinning the knight. Okay, so let's just trying to kick this queen somewhere where I can try to attack it, for example. Now it's perfectly fine here. But I'll just keep advancing my pieces. And obviously it shouldn't go here. Okay. Over there. So now your queen is quite far from your king, so I might be able to start attacking. And again, it's nice that all of my pieces are protected. So I can attack, and of course I do look at what's going on what's happening on the board, but since it's protected, you know, the queen is free to go do something else. Also, with your queen here, I mean, these are also all protected, right? Every pawn and every piece I have is protected. So it's a bit tough. Oh, this was protected by the bishop, but now it's not. Threatening to take here with check. Now, you can just take here. So I'd be giving up a piece, but that's fine because it's a winning endgame. Okay. Just pick up those pawns. That should be fine. So I'm blocking your king from coming here. That's the purpose of this one. Now your king can come there. However, can stop that as well. So this is a nice setup here, right? Because the king cannot possibly attack either of these pieces. There's no way, you know, all these squares are blocked. Anyway, I do have to go and pick up this pawn. So we'll do that. Again, the king cannot come in to protect it. Now you're looking at this pawn, but I'll just protect it. And we can come out with the king and pick up these pawns. You come here to protect. Again, same kind of setup with the rook. If you have your knight protecting the square, the king can't possibly get to it. It's always nice. So your king is sort of stuck in this prison over here. No, that's awkward. Oh, it's not stuck, never mind. Because my pawn is blocking the rook. So nice. So let's see. I can start pushing this pawn up the board. You just take it. It's not a big deal. I'll just... So you can come here and fork these. It's fine. Can lose both of those pieces. The pre-moves on chess.com are nice. Lead Chess doesn't have... You can't like chain pre-moves on Lead Chess. Oh. Okay. GG. Anybody want to challenge? If we do a rematch, can we do a faster time control? Or anybody wanting to challenge? Let's do faster time control. So I'll challenge you. Hold on. See if I can do this. Let's do... Oh, somebody... Oh, okay. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. Let me challenge you. Accept. Challenge. Oh, somebody else has challenged me here, so we're going to do that. Sorry, we're going to switch off. Okay. I've been playing this weird Alekhine, but it's actually... This has been played in World Championship games before, so... I think it's an interesting idea. It ends up being a hyper-modern opening. So if you're... It's good to play this opening if you're familiar with King's Indian Defense types of openings. Now here, just taking this bishop looks interesting to me. Doubling the pawns. White loses the bishop pair. And after this, I'm going to go... Oh, wait. Yeah. Yeah, I am. I'm going to go for a standard King's Indian setup. I do want to... Let's see. I do want to bring in this knight here so that it's a sort of kind of positional stuff that I'm used to, you know. And do I have any problems with doing this? Like if the queen comes here, normally you have your knight to block it. But this would be kind of awkward, so I'm going to start with this, and then I'm going to fianchetto my bishop. Yeah, I think you'll learn a lot, since I tend to always comment on what I'm doing, what I'm thinking. So hopefully, if you watch, you'll learn quite a lot. And then, of course, you have to play a lot of chess to learn as well. So that's why the knight came here, because I do not want to trade. If you play a King's Indian kind of setup, that bishop, that fianchetted bishop, is very important. So you don't just want to trade it off without a good reason to do so. It's not a rule. There are situations where you trade it off, but you better have a good reason for trading it. And so that's why this knight came in to block it. And so now I have this King's Indian setup, which is very familiar to me. And when I started the game, this Alekhine setup, the knight usually does come over here and then over here, but you can often do this setup, King's Indian setup. Okay, so do I just take this pawn here? But this pawn, so that's a good move by them. This pawn is a weakness. So if I took it, I'd be getting rid of one of their major weaknesses. So I'd rather... And this is a good square for that d pawn. I'd rather keep this weakness on the board and one day maybe take one of these pawns, because these double pawns are a weakness. Okay, they've traded that. Probably a good move because they're probably going to win a pawn, potentially. I get to take this possibly with tempo, but yeah. So I think it's not losing a pawn for me. One of the major disadvantages of a hyper-modern opening is that usually you give up the center to your opponent. So here, okay, that's a good move. Because after the knight, when the knight is here, this is a little bit of an annoying threat where they take here. Good stuff. However, I also have a threat, but I just simply probably move back here. I don't want to be down a pawn. Okay, they do it with check, so yeah. Yeah, so they should be up a pawn. I'm Chonggen's brother. Don't win my brother until you lose. Chonggen, who is Chonggen? Alright, I'm very simply just going to move this bishop back somewhere. Problem with this square is they move here and they're threatening the bishop again. It's a bit annoying. However... Okay, they're winning a pawn again. Good play by my opponent. Thing is, these pawns are really weak pawns, so possibly I'll be able to win these pawns. We'll see. Your brother is messing... Oh, okay. I see. Okay. SFJ USA. Be careful with spamming the chat, because I'm not sure if YouTube gives you a timeout or how that works exactly. So if I were white, I think I would have tried to get this rook like here, for example. Personally. Now this rook is kind of stuck defending this pawn. It can possibly be attacked at some point, maybe. Not right now. So let's see what happens here. do some puzzles while we wait, if we can. So I think I can go like this. Okay. Now, possibly this... No, it's not really interesting, because they go here. First of all, they just take my bishop. But now that the knight has moved away, now I have this square for my bishop. Before, it was covered by the knight. So this is possibly a good move. However, even if they move away the rook, I still should not take this. This is a positional move. I'm just stopping this pawn from advancing so that the rook is stuck here, so I will possibly have this move. And I do have ideas of here, which I think is a nice setup, threatening this pawn, protecting this pawn. I don't know for sure that it's a good move, but this is my idea. This position with the rooks, these two squares, protecting and attacking as much as I can. Then, okay, they've stopped this. But, well, they're up a pawn, so they can still lose a pawn and be equal. Well, they haven't really stopped this, because I could prepare it with this. If they really want to stop it, something like here, that would be a weakening move on the king's side. I don't think they necessarily want to do that. Okay, now they've moved their pawn, which might be a good idea. So we could just take this. Take that. So puzzles, what happened with puzzles? There's a puzzle. Oh, it's off the... I gotta change the display. Okay, now let's see what happens with this move. I'm changing the display here. Still very big, isn't it? I don't really like that. I guess that's okay. Alright. Okay, so interesting move with the knight, defending both of these threats, because I had forked these two. Now possibly this kind of move, threatening to attack the defender, is possibly a good move here. Now I am giving up a pawn, potentially, but they can't just take right away, because I would take the knight. This knight is... They can't protect it this way. They could protect it possibly this way. I could try to add more pressure here, or even here with ideas of this, but I gotta watch this... Oops, I almost pre-moved that. I gotta watch this pawn moving up the board. White to move. Might want that pawn up the board. But I think if the pawn comes up, bishop comes here. Then we have this move here. Okay, and let's see here. What do we do? Is this a good move? Hard to say. Here, ideas of here, takes. Doesn't seem to help things that much, does it? I'm gonna play a... No, I don't want to do that. Okay. So bishop comes here, bishop comes here. Then I would have no way of blocking anything. So I've taken the pawn. So after they protect, possibly bringing the king out. But I'm sort of fighting for equality. So less than ideal situation. So this is certainly a draw, assuming we both play correctly. Definitely a draw. This is nice because I have more zugzwang power because I have this option and they do not have such an option. However, I don't think it really matters too much, does it? Maybe it does matter. We'll see. Okay. Do we have something here? Am I possibly winning this? I think I'm winning. Aha, I'm winning. GG. Anybody want to challenge? Guys? So I've offered a rematch. I'll give somebody time if they want to challenge. If 30 seconds passes, we can rematch. Okay, I'm not... Oh, you want a rematch. Okay. Training for V wants a rematch. Maybe I can play both of you at the same time. Is that possible? Let's go for French. Let me see if I can do that. If you'll challenge me again, we can play. Thank you. Thank you, Gaurav. Okay, so I'm going for kind of a French style position here. This will be an exchange French if they take. Ah. Huh? If you turn on the multiple game option, you play. I thought it was on maybe, but hold on, I gotta try not to leak any personal info like email addresses or whatever. Multiple games option. Okay, so this is an exchange French. Okay, I'm activating it. Found the option. Okay. So anyone can challenge me there. So the exchange French can be a little peculiar sometimes, where putting the bishop here and then the knight here is one of the ideas. Hold on, let me get the other. Did someone challenge me? Is that what that noise was? It says I need to refresh the browser to see the changes. I'm not sure what that noise is. Okay, anyway. If the bishop comes here, often just pushing here, castling queenside, and then pushing the pawns up the board. That's my favorite way to play this. I need to refresh the browser maybe, it said. I don't think it's gonna let me play multiple games just yet. It says reconnecting. Anyway. Okay. Wait, I'm confusing chess.com. So idea is to get castle to queen's side. If they end up taking the bishop, that's okay. We'll open a file for the rook. Problem with this, what I'm doing, these pieces feel real cramped sometimes, so that's the way it goes, I guess. But having these bishops lined up, and if I do get castled queenside, having the rooks over here, it can be pretty powerful. And a lot of people, I think, in the beginning, they don't necessarily realize. I think they play this sort of trying to avoid mainline French, because mainline French would start with this. But they don't realize that after this stuff, we're now in an exchange French. So I think some people aren't realizing that. But I take care with check. White to move. I still don't understand this puzzle. Okay, I have an idea. No, I don't. Do I just move here? Not too sure. So your king side is very weak. If you can, probably at where you are in your chess, you probably want to try to keep those pawns in front of the king. They're strongest when they're right in front of the king there. The more you move them, the weaker your king side gets here. So now there are, like if you play a King's Indian, for example, there are aggressive ways to use those pawns. So it's not a rule, but probably at this point you want to try to keep your king safe. Alright, I'm not sure over here, so I'm just gonna make a move. No. Let's try here? No. And this was an idea. Like if they took with the bishop, I have this, take the bishop, then queen the pawn. I didn't see if they take with the king what I do exactly. So again, I'm up material, so trading pieces is good for me. So we'll trade as much as possible. Square is covered with the knight. I have lots of ways to block and attack anyway. I get it. Here, and then we fork. It's a fork distraction tactic. Very cool. I want this. Hold on. When I adjust the zoom, It adjusts it for everything? That's annoying. No. Whatever. Black to move. Now if I do this, I have to worry about the queen coming in. But I think it's okay. Just block like this, and I'm protecting the knight. The knight's well protected anyway. They can take a pawn, but that's fine. I'm threatening the fork as well. Maybe this takes, yeah. Is that it? They can't take with the bishop because it's pinned. And now I take the rook. And I stop the queen. Okay. Black to move. Okay, I still have another fork tactic here, taking the bishop. Just for fun, let's do a silly looking move. Fun looking move. Okay. I win the queen. So I'm thinking knight here. Just get those bishops involved, checkmating the king. Let's checkmate. Anybody want a rematch? Or anybody want to challenge me? I'll wait 30 seconds or so. See if anybody wants to challenge. Here, this looks tempting, but I'm not sure. I'd like to come here. I just take the rook. Okay. Easy. Black to move. Okay, I'm not seeing any challenges, so you want a rematch? What's this plus button? Oh, okay. Oh, it started a new game with a random, didn't it? Okay, I thought plus button might be rematch. My bad. So I'm going to play King's Indian setup. You're nest loaning. What is nest loaning? So with these kinds of positions, at some point I want to get in e5. That's kind of something that you need to know for King's Indian. But in this position, I can super prepare it with these moves. Let's super prepare e5. Probably you're supposed to somehow play it faster, I'm guessing. But potentially if they don't take, we could potentially get the pawn here and have this beautiful pawn chain, which I like. But probably they'll just exchange, but still. It's very important that I take some stake in the center. You're playing against Nelson. Nelson is one of the computers, isn't it? Is that right? You're Chinese, right? Do you like Ding Liren? Do you like that? He's one of my favorite chess players. The bot. I remember that bot, even though it's been like 10 years since I played against him. So this is potentially a good square for the pawn. Might be overextended. Have to be careful. But theoretically, I have sort of a space advantage. It's a bit double-edged. It can be a weakness. It can be a liability, right? It can be a good target for my opponent. But theoretically, I have a space advantage here with this pawn, making it difficult for them to expand if they wanted to. And other than that, this bishop is a problem. So maybe some way I want to get this bishop out and the rook out. That's really what I need to work on. There are lines sometimes where I create this crazy aggressive pawn structure, but with the bishop here, I wouldn't have control of the diagonal, so I think it would be a really bad idea in this position. So I'm protecting this twice. It's only hit once. They can remove the defender, but right now it's okay. Still, I don't like the knight being there. I'm going to kick the knight. That's funny. 你喜欢丁立人吗？我会说一点点普通话。So, kicking the knight. Where's it gonna go? This is fun because I can move this knight out, threatening to take and screw up their pawns and their king safety. Now, so possibly, not that. It's this knight I need to move. But this knight is kind of happy where it is, but I think we'll move it here, I guess. So it's a bit of a threat, opening up my bishop. I might put the bishop here or somewhere so that I can get the rook out. The queens are also staring each other in the faces. Do you speak Chinese, guys? It said that you're Chinese on your thing. Was it a lie? Okay. Okay. I just realized they don't... Well, they could put the knight here. That's what I would do. You do not want me to take this knight. So take the knight and connect the rooks in the same move. Very good for me. And now I feel I have an advantage positionally. So I don't want to be trading pieces for no reason. Possibly I simply position my knight on a better square. I know I'm Chinese, but honestly I understood only some of what you said. Oh, okay. Yeah, but there's this chess player Ding Liren. He's the world champion. I don't know the tones for his name though. The world champion of chess. So I was asking if you like Ding Li Ren. Ding Li Ren. Yeah, I don't know the tones for his name. So what do we do here? Just gonna. Okay, so there's a remove the defender tactic. Takes. Should probably add a defender to the pawn. They can kick it. And their idea is here. Takes and takes, maybe? Might be the only way to save myself from losing a pawn. It's a weird move, though. Also, it opens... After the dust clears, it opens me up to this... this problem. Tactical problem here. Let's go here. Now they take this pawn quite simply. We'll see how it goes. Oh, that's not where I wanted to go. That is not what I wanted to do. I wanted to move here. The idea was that after they kick the knight, come here, takes, and now my pawn is just on a different square, so it's not being threatened anymore. But I did not do the move that I wanted to do at all. Silly mistake. Silly mistake. You don't know him. Yeah. You know Magnus Carlsen. Okay, they took that way. I would have taken the central pawn. So do I have some way to trap this knight somehow? Seems unlikely. Seems very unlikely. Anyway, I'm gonna move here. I don't like this move if I run into it. But right now, the knight has nowhere good to go to escape. So that's the threat. However, after this, you know, I think white will be better for sure. Yeah, that's the move. So I probably just want to trade off this rook. We can move away with check. Let's do that. Let's move away with check. But you know, it's not a great positional decision, I think. I don't know, we'll see. I gotta get rid of this knight. This rook doesn't really have anywhere good to go now, so that's a problem with moving this rook over here. They need to like support each other, and I mean, I guess I put the rook here. Possibly some ideas of getting the knight here. It's a nice square for the knight. Again, they're harassing this pawn. However, now I can do stuff like this. This knight is protected. This is my last game for the stream, probably. We're down to just one viewer, so that's how I roll. YouTube's like a burst. After 2 hours, it stops recommending your thing. So it's not like Twitch. Like with Twitch, when you're streaming, the more you do it, the better. With YouTube, it gives you this burst of viewers, and then it fades away. So I'm better off stopping and starting a new stream. It's just the way it goes. Okay, this rook probably doesn't want to be over there. Now, again, this looks like a nice square for the knight, but I can't. Right now it's pinned. Gotta unpin the knight. Move it over. Yes. Thank you very much. You are the only viewer right now, it seems. But thank you. Appreciate it. I got a couple of subscribers today in the stream, so that's good. And just keep it up. Okay, they're protecting the square. I think they maybe know. They can read my mind. Now they're only up a pawn, so the tide could change rapidly. However, it takes... Yeah, this is actually not so great. I don't want to screw up my pawns. I don't think I do. No, I don't. But now we have this, and yeah, I don't think it's really doing much, to be honest, but we'll see, because their pawn structure is a little screwy, a little weak. It's where I should be attacking, where I should be putting pressure on my opponent. So we'll continue the pressure. What, on Duolingo, what do you use it for? For studying English? Do you study other languages? I study almost all the languages on Duolingo now, as of recently. So I speak Japanese fluently, I speak French fluently. I can usually read Spanish, Italian, Portuguese, but yeah, I'm just kind of like learning everything right now. So probably this is the move. I think the rook is coming here, which is not fun. I think the rook is coming there. Study Spanish, okay. Well, I will do some Spanish sometimes. I already do. And I lost this game. They fork. I didn't see the fork. Okie dokie. That's the end of the game right there. Let's see if we can throw in some Duolingo. Just a little. Because I should actually start a new stream if I were going to do it. Do very much of it. I was doing Hindi, doing all these. Let's see where I am with... Let's see where I am with Spanish. Did I do a level test? Oh, I haven't done... So I had 2 accounts. Guess I'll do the level test with Spanish. I already learned English from 1 year in London. Oh, nice.
Salgo. Temprano. Tú.
This is just conjugation of verbs, I guess. Where do you take the bus? ¿Dónde ustedes toman El autobús. Maybe. Yeah. 1 year in London. I was in London for 6 months, actually. Studying music. That was a long time ago.
Siempre.
Él siempre sale los viernes. ¿Por qué tú nunca sales con él? He always leaves on Thursdays, I think.
Viernes.
Fridays. He always leaves on Fridays. Why don't you go with him? Is that what they're saying?
A veces tenemos días fáciles en la oficina.
I gotta put on headphones because I can't actually hear it. Hold on.
A veces tenemos días fáciles en la oficina.
This is a little hard for me. I'm learning German too. That's the main thing is I was mainly learning German, but then lately I have a lot of Indian viewers, and I've been interested in Hindi over the last couple of years, so I've been doing more Hindi lately, actually.
A veces tenemos días fáciles en la oficina.
This is difficult.
A veces tenemos días fáciles en la oficina.
A veces, sometimes.
Veces. A veces tenemos días fáciles en la oficina. Días. A veces tenemos días fáciles en la oficina. En la oficina.
So sometimes we have easy days in the office. Fáciles, easy, días, days. En la oficina, in the office. Sometimes we have easy days in the office. I am Quan. Nice. I'm Steven, but most people call
Tenemos 2 semanas de vacaciones.
Most people call me UV here.
Tenemos 2 semanas de vacaciones.
Something like this.
Tenemos 2 semanas de vacaciones.
Vacaciones. Vacaciones. We have 2 weeks of vacation. Yay. Learn Spanish, English, German. Nice.
Yo solo hago 2 cosas en la tarde. Yo solo hago 2 cosas en la tarde. Yo solo hago 2 cosas en la tarde. 2 cosas en la tarde.
So I only have 2 things late or something like that? I only do 2 things in the afternoon. Oh, my bad. En la tarde is in the afternoon, okay. It's similar to what you say in French for being late, so that's why I thought. I only do 2 things in the afternoon. Yo solo hago... you know what? They're saying they have 2 things to do in the afternoon. Yo solo hago 2 cosas en la tarde. My name is Chonge. I am the main brother and is the one who played you. Oh, okay. And the runner of this channel. Quan is my brother. So who is older and who's younger? We want to do different things.
Queremos hacer cosas diferentes.
We want to do different things.
Ella solo come una ensalada. Ella solo come una ensalada. Come una ensalada.
She will have just a salad. She's only eating a salad. One likes getting up late. A Juan le gusta levantarse tardes or something. Tarde. No es.
Tarde.
Río.
Río.
River.
Tenis.
Almuerzo.
Fácil.
Chongin is older. Okay. Quan younger. I'll try to remember. I never work after 9. Yo nunca trabajo something de las 9. So I need to put the word for after. What is after again in Spanish? Yo nunca trabajo after. Après? Après is French. Après is French. En demás or something? I don't know. Just a thing. Después, that's right. Yo nunca trabajo después de las 9. Did I know yo in English? What do you mean yo in English? Quan Quan. Hello, Quan Quan. Sometimes my father makes dinner. A veces,
Veces.
mi
Mi
padre
padre
hace
hace
la cena.
la cena. ¿Tú haces un sándwich de queso?
Are you making a cheese sandwich?
Él necesita ducharse todos los días.
He needs to shower every day.
Ella hace un trabajo difícil.
Ella hace un trabajo difícil. So she has a difficult job, or does a difficult job, I think. I would say has, but does. Okay. I never work after 9. Yo nunca trabajo. After we said, so después. But there's an accent somewhere. Like, después. Probably accent here, I think. Maybe? I'm not sure. Okay. Accent on the first E. I don't care about this, all this stuff that pops up in Duolingo.
A menudo tenemos días difíciles.
A menudo tenemos días difíciles. So I think what happened is I did so well on that level test that they bumped me up to the next one. And I'm doing... Oh no, it says... It just jumped in. Unit 34, level 8. Never mind. Ella solo trabajó 2 semanas. Oh.
Me pongo una camisa azul.
Me pongo una camisa azul. I'm wearing a blue shirt. Or I'm putting on a blue shirt. Okay.
¿A qué hora sales del trabajo?
¿A qué hora sales del trabajo? When do you leave for work? What time do you leave for work? This class is not easy. Esta clase no es fácil. Fácil has a weird accent here, I think. And it's feminine. Maybe there's an E at the end, I'm not sure. Whatever.
Ella tiene que ducharse hoy. Ella tiene que ducharse hoy.
So she has to shower today? Yeah.
Cada lunes tomamos un taxi. Cada lunes tomamos un taxi.
This is hard. Cada is each.
Cada lunes tomamos un taxi.
Lunes? This,
Cada lunes tomamos un taxi.
I don't know what lunes is. Lunes. Ah, lunes is Monday. Ah, my bad. Cada lunes tomamos un taxi. Every Monday we take a taxi.
La escuela siempre es difícil.
Would you prefer I do German, or I can even do Chinese or anything? La escuela siempre es difícil. Difícil with the accent on the... Difícil. Right, that accent I'm remembering now. The accent in Spanish decides where the... I think it's for... If the emphasis is on a syllable where it wouldn't normally be. Difícil. Right? La escuela siempre es difícil.
¿Por qué Manuel no quiere levantarse?
Levantarse. To wake up. Levantarse. Or to get up, I guess. Why doesn't Manuel want to get up?
Yo salgo de casa a las 8:30.
I leave house at 8:30.
Cada lunes tomamos un taxi.
Cada lunes tomamos un taxi. We take a taxi every Monday.
Mis hermanos son
Wait, it
inteligentes.
doesn't let me choose anything. Anyway, we'll do this one and then let's race to Duolingo to practice. There's a race thing.
Mis hermanos son inteligentes.
Mis hermanos son inteligentes. My brothers are intelligent.
Tu hermano es muy simpático.
Tu hermano es muy simpático. Your brother is very nice.
Estas camisetas son pequeñas.
Estas camisetas son pequeñas. These t-shirts are small. Race Duolingo. How do we do
¿Quieres
that?
comprar estas carteras rojas?
¿Quieres comprar estas carteras rojas? No, yo quiero estas carteras verdes.
Mi abuelo es divertido. Mi abuelo es divertido.
My grandfather is fun. Funny, I guess. How do we race? We start
perro es muy
something at the same
simpático.
time?
Tu perro es muy simpático.
Gracias.
¿Tú quieres mirar televisión otra vez? ¿Tú quieres mirar televisión otra vez? Televisión. Otra vez.
Queremos mirar la película a las 11.
11. Oh, I spelled it wrong. With a C. 11.
Este baño es grande. Este baño es grande.
Mis amigos están tristes hoy.
Do I just do the word only? Oh, I check.
Tristes. Triste. Tristes.
So, a unit. Okay. See who can finish a lesson first. Okay. Hold on. You've almost earned back your streak. I don't know what this stuff is about. I'm not interested in this streak. Or am I? No, I'm not interested. Okay, so what section and unit do you want to do? Or unit? A whole unit? Oh, okay, unit's not that long, is it? But I think... Or could even do German. I don't know. A unit's kind of long, but... I'm on section 3, unit 1. Is section 3 the last section? I think there's more, no? Section 4. But it feels a little easy for me. Well, I'm starting section 3, unit 1 right now, so you can start it if you want. But yeah, I think you have to be fairly advanced in that case. Let's do... Yeah, I don't think this racing thing is going to work. Plus, I'm not sure that I want to do that much Spanish. There's many languages. But like I said, I think... You're at unit 6? Wow, I didn't even know. I didn't even know they had unit 6. Wow, you're really good. Yeah, I think it's going to be the end of the stream, so thanks for hanging out. See you next time. Okay. Bye-bye.